Well, hello, and welcome back to The Tower. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It's tournament time, and we are starting a little early today. I just figured it'd be the best time to get it done. So I have to set some things up, so please be patient while we achieve these goals. Do-do-do. 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 Do. I don't know why you did that. Why would you do that to me? Why would my TV do that to me? Good, nobody's here yet. I mean, that's not good, but it gives me time to get situated. Oh, we are live. Alright. Oh, let me mute myself. There we go. Alright. Yep, starting a little bit early today. And obviously there is the Black Friday sale, if you haven't seen it. And a stone pack. So if you wanted to power up your tower, today's the day. Alright, let's get started here. Put on the tournament cards. Yep, we got the nuke. Okay. I really need to just not have death ray in this. I can pick something else out, right? I mean, I guess I could just have wave skip. That should be fine. No harm, no foul. Okay, so we have the tournament cards. We have to change the module. Ooh. Should we upgrade? Anybody else at 2800? No. Okay. Dimension core. Let's go. 4 levels away. Tournament's open, so decor is set. Tournament cards are equipped. I can't do anything with a 300 mil. It looks like all systems are go. Oh, I gotta want my ticket. Oh wait, what's this? Space demon mode, energy net. All things that'll happen in the tournament. Beautiful. Hey Mayor, how you doing? It's a little early today. Yes, I just wanted to get started. I was eager. To be fair, I already joined the tournament bracket. I will show the bracket in a bit. I gotta wait till everybody gets here. Also, I had to work on my nuke recharge because apparently I need a... Probably not. I don't see that I would have... I don't believe I would have that much of variance between runs where it would matter. And the reality is, I'll show the bracket in a minute. It's not going to matter with the bracket I got, because the jump from where I think I'm going to get and my next possible thing I could get, it's going to be too big. At least unless, hey Cup, how you doing? At least based on what I've seen. But again, I'm going to show the bracket in a moment when everybody gets here. Actually, I don't even know why I'm pretending, because you can just look it up. So I guess I can just show the bracket. So we're hoping to get 10th. 352. I don't think I'm going to jump to 600. So the difference between 350 and 600 It's just not gonna happen. Hey, Christian. Yeah, that's basically what mine's a softer bracket than that, but it's the same jump. Like from 300 to 600, so I'm like, well, I can probably clear 300, probably can't clear 600 until I get stronger. Nick, you made it. Nice, Christian. You can do a cup. It won't be my best tournament. My best tournament has been 6th. Yeah, I started early, Nick, just for you. Christopher, it's very important to get the bans because it'll make rerolling easier. Does anybody know if they fixed auto roll? Like, I basically am planning on doing it before I reroll ever anything. Like, I'm going to get as many ban labs as I can because that just makes rerolling better. Rerolling, as it is right now, is the worst system in worst systems that they put in this game. And the reason for that is... Okay, I heard it was... I mean, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not rushing out to try it until it works. Like, until I get confirmation that it works, I'm cool with just waiting. I'm patient. It's okay. I'm not in a rush anyways because I need to get one. I don't want to reroll until I get 161. And I don't want to reroll until I got some of the ban labs done. So I got some priorities that have to get aligned first before I even worry about rerolling. But I just wish the more reroll shards you spent, like that the rerolls slowly got better based on how many reroll shards you spent. I don't know, Nick, but whenever you see, like, you think you got an update, you just have to check the channel I linked you to because they didn't used to do the mail patch notes. That was not a thing at all. The only way you got patch notes was in the Discord. So you should always check the channel I linked to you in the Discord if you're wondering what happened. I was wondering where you were, Foss, because I was just talking to you, and I'm like, maybe he's busy. Oh. Hello, 35. Yeah, and they don't even ping, Nick. Hello, I can't say your name. Yeah, I'll read it, yeah. I just always check the Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna do the core. So for me personally, I have to reroll my Dimension Core. Oh, hi, hi, Ismail. Okay, I know who you are. I just didn't. I can't read your script. And I have difficulty sometimes with other languages. Yes, I don't understand what that says. But anyways, I need to reroll my Dimension Core, and to me, Core is the first one you're gonna do. Core has the most power. Core is the one probably everybody will do first because Core is so important. I can't really imagine an exception to Core. Oh, thank you, Fosh. Yes, please like the stream. I do appreciate that. Okay, Ismail. I got that. Am I saying it right, Ismail? I'm sorry. I struggle with foreign languages. But I'm also not in a super rush to reroll because I want to get to 161. 161 is when you get 6 submodules, so that's why I want to wait for that. And that helps a lot with rerolling. Yeah, it was you, Nick. I got I mean, it's just a big jump bracket, so I'm not going to be able to get 8th. Like, this is just not going to happen. So I'm gonna get 10th, probably. Tristan is awesome. You basically will use Tristan and Luke plus whatever support heroes. Because Luke has a buff, Tristan has a buff, the buffs stack. They basically become the core of your support. Eventually you'll get Blake. When you get Blake, he's a warrior. Blake will beat you, put Blake out there. And Blake and probably like Xavier, if you get Xavier, you'll eventually get Xavier. He's a summoner. They will be your top DPS for a while. And then once you get Total War unlocked, you just want to make a key. And it can be whatever the highest key you can make. And the highest necklace you can make for Blake. And just work on leveling those up in Total War. Don't worry about the sub-stats. And you're just going to level those up until you move through Total War. You just have to trust in the system, Nick. It wasn't rigged because I got it right the first time. It was 37. And also, you're assailing Foss' integrity. Don't question. Don't. You have no reason to question his integrity. You will get Aisha. She will unlock. I think you get her for playing for 7 days. And then you get Marion for 14 days. Christopher, no, I will not be doing card mastery anytime soon. To do card mastery, to do one card mastery, you need to make 1.2 quadrillion a day. And my income is, I'm about 400 trillion, a day. So my income is not where it needs to be to start doing card masteries. I have so many other things I need to focus on before I do card masteries. The wall's what do you mean? The wall's the same. It works the same. There's nothing special about the wall. He's right here. Really? Why did you guys lose your wall? I will say the enhanced graphics are a little suspect. Oh, no problem, Ismail. I'm glad you were enjoying the game. What? Huh. That's really odd. Is it... Next. If I get an Ultimate Weapon Plus as the next one, it'll be Chrono Field. I appreciate that, Ismail. I'm just glad you're enjoying it. I obviously love the game, as I have almost 1,100 episodes on it. Yeah, but I won't be going for even CF Plus for a while. Yeah, I basically will be taking GT Plus, GF. Yeah, like I have a GF. I will be taking GT Plus to 10, which is 10,000 stones. And then once I finish GT Plus, which is not just 10,000 stones, because I'm also going to have to work on my duration, probably my bonus sum. Yeah, that would be cheating on my wife. I forgot. She's playing Stellar Blade right now. Yeah, so CF Plus, Nick, is the toilet bowl. You haven't seen the toilet bowl? Like, instead of coming directly at you, they swirl around, and it looks like they're getting flushed into your tower. Oh, really? You're going to go SM Plus? Or just regular SM? So I have to get to Golden Tower 10 plus. Then once I get Golden Tower 10 plus, I have to work on my black hole. Then once my black hole and Golden Tower are situated, then I have to work on my Chrono Field. And then once I have all that done, then I can look at either CF Plus or missiles. How do CF Plus and full uptime black hole synergies? I don't know how to answer your inquiry. Yeah, like CF would make them circle and go into the black hole. So they would just circle, and if once they get trapped in the black hole, they get trapped in the black hole. Like, CF doesn't override the black hole. But the stuff that the black hole can't... Well, what about stuff that's ultimate? Like, if you have an ultimate basic, it evades the black hole, too. So elites, bosses, and stuff with an ultimate, like ultimate fast, since they don't get trapped in the black hole, they get trapped in the swirl. And so they would come in, and they would slowly rotate around like this, and slowly spiral into your tower like they're getting flushed. Yeah, I saw it as soon as you said something, because I'm like, I got carried away with trying to draw the toilet bowl because I don't have it. Now, I have heard, Christopher, that if you play in Australia, the toilet bowl flows the other way. Honestly, I would love the developers to implement that. That'd be the best. Really? Would it really be different if one was clockwise and the other was anti-clockwise? Oh. Oh, so it goes the same path as ILM. That's unfortunate. Oh, so it's anti-clockwise. I don't know, because I don't have it, so I will have it one day. I still have to get a couple more skips. I think I'm at 420. I want to get to 440. Once I get 440, then I probably will start investing in the Workshop Plus for damage. I think I'm a little low on the Workshop Plus for damage, so I probably should put some in there. But I'll have such a strong economy. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? Well, why can't you research them, Nick? What's holding you back? Really? I hate the merge event. I think it's ridiculous. We just get... I can't even imagine how much of a troll the new event mission is for the people who purchase Shatter the rare modules. If I had spent the 25 keys to shatter the rare modules automatically, I would be beyond livid with this merge event. Like, beyond livid. I would be... I'm mad enough about it. And I like, it's a terrible... Terrible. It's horrible. It's the worst. Nuke I don't care about. Nuke is like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I definitely want to get the auto nuke, which is not a big deal. I'll go get the auto nuke. I'm going to auto nuke anyways to get the extra life from the death nuke. So the nuke one to me is no big deal. But I will say the nuke one basically is telling you want to have the auto nuke automation. I mean, it shouldn't be merged at all because eventually you level out of merging. Hey, Dustin, how you doing? Like, merge is just a terrible concept. Oh, you gotta dig yourself out of that hole, Nick. Like the nuke one I was so unprepared for that now I'm researching recharge nuke. Wait, it's 160? God, they just want to screw with you. I don't even know what I'm at. I'm at 38. And I'm halfway through the event. This is not looking good. 160 for the last level. Are you kidding me? Who comes up with that? I guess it means I'm going to be spending my gems on module draws. I don't know what else to do because I don't even think you can get 160 like playing for 2 weeks reasonably. Hey Alex, how you doing? I'll link it in the let me link it in the thing. So you want to actually bookmark this one. I'll put it in the chat. That's the one you want to bookmark, the tower.tools. Then you go to the tower.tools and you want to go look at the tournament rankings, and I'm the only Zerdin, so you just plug my name in there, it'll take you to my bracket. Really, Henrik? It's not mathematically possible? Oh my god, that's terrible. I didn't know that, Henrik. I didn't know it was that terrible. I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that terrible. And didn't we get it like late in the event too? Ugh. That's disgusting. Has somebody complained about this on the Discord? Because that's ridiculous. Because this is just disgusting. Okay, good. Because it's like, if you can't do it farming tier 16, what the? Ugh! You can taste the disgust in my mouth. Like, I don't mind the nuke one. The nuke one, that's fine. It means that the auto nuke has more value. That's totally fine. And it's doable, right? You equip the auto nuke. I also think the ultimate weapon crit one, I think that one should have only happened to people that had the card unlocked. I think it's unfair for an event mission to be locked to tier 14 wave 50. That's disgusting. It's just unnecessary, Nick. Like, I feel like the event mission should be accessible to the majority of the player base. Like, obviously, some of the like ultimate weapon ones are going to be harder for somebody starting out to do. But you at least have perks to help you get there. But like a tier 14 wave 50 event mission, it's like, come on. Yeah, I feel like that is sort of okay, Nick, for where you're at, because you're still on tier 2. Like, I feel like that's okay. A little bit. Like, I feel like it should be... Like, I feel like it should take into account your max tier and be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't qualify for these. You know? I mean, I don't understand why it's not dynamic like that. Now, the problem with that is then it becomes better for you to just sit at a lower tier than you should, so it can't be 2. Wait, you got up to tier 9, Nick? I know I missed one, Henrik. I missed one time. I missed a couple one time. Oh, okay, Nick, that's fair. I hate the Death Defy too. I absolutely hate the Death Defy one. Yes, there's a way. The what you have to do, Matthew, is if you want to do it the easiest way, you have to have a module with Death Defy on it. Yeah, hey, yeah, Barnes, I just got in the mood to do it earlier today. But the reality is, what you want to do is make it so you get one shot, and you're using intro sprint in the highest tier, which means you don't want to have a good defense module equipped. So if you have a good defense module with a bunch of good mods on it, you don't want to have that. You want to get one that only has Death Defy % on it and nothing else that's good. And then when you have all that, you want to unlevel it to level 1 so it doesn't give you a lot of health bonus. For your cards, you want to make sure you have no defense cards at all. You want to have intro sprint. Really? Mayor? I mean, I do it with no module. I just unequip it. But a level 1 module isn't going to give you that much of a bonus, is it? Like, because you can unlevel it to level 1 with and still have the Death Defy on. If I guess it had. Oh. Okay, this is early. How did I lose a half hour? My speed ups were a half hour early today. Why did that happen? This is the first time it's happened to me. No, I guess this is why I have a timer set. So you're telling me I gained the half hour somehow? Okay. What? Yay! It used to be I would go. For me, it used to go the other way, where if I closed the game once I got the save bug where I couldn't save and I was in the middle of a run, it would roll back like 5 minutes and I would basically lose 5 minutes. Now it's going the other direction where I gained a half hour. Okay. Oh, congrats, Nick. All right, it's getting close to danger time. It's danger time. Yeah, I ended up on my first card set. Oh, hey, Lee, how you doing? Wow, Lee, damn. I'll get there. I will get there eventually. What are you up to for a black hole tournament? Is it 31 or 32 seconds for you? I know it depends if you have wave acceleration on. Hey, Ray, how you doing? 33, okay. 33 that's 33 with the -4 +4, right? Hey, Sar. Yeah, I started early today. All right, we're going to max some other stuff. Hey, Squishy. You gotta get your golden tower. You gotta. Can't not have golden tower. Oh, okay, 33 without substats. You want double black hole. You absolutely want double black hole. Honestly, 33 duration is really not that expensive. It's like 500 stones. I could get 33 duration like by next week. Hey, stop that. Just reset the game? You can't reset it. How much is the research for double black hole? Because I don't remember. Yeah, you basically have to have permanent black hole. Yeah, I know. I have this stupid butt crack in my black hole right here. Oh, it's 14 billion? Oh. But my economy, Lee. Oh, you can do it, Matthew. You can get the CF. I believe in you. I am hoping to have 440 skips by a week from now. And then I'm gonna go all in on the paint on damage in the Workshop Plus, I think. And we're gonna see if that helps. I just want to get my stupid my skips up. I thought 440 skips was the number of skips I needed to make it from billions to millions. I don't know, because I still don't max them out. That's my whole problem. I don't max it out. We're sitting here 74 behind. Yeah, beyond 440 is when they get insane. So I'm not going to go beyond 440. I do wish the purchase multiplier worked differently. Like it had more breakpoints. But that's only like, we're talking about 2.8 quadrillion. I can afford that. It's not a big deal. Once I got that done, all in, all my quadrillions will go into the Workshop Plus for damage. All of them. That can't be right. There's no way that's right. Maybe it is right. I don't know. It doesn't seem right because right now I'm at 360 or 630 and it's a 40 mil. I guess we'll see if I get there. Okay, things are heating up. I am going to switch my cards over. Boom. And I still have skip on. Skip is different place than. No, not easily, SAR. I think it's going to take me to get 2.8 quadrillion. I think that's a week and a half. Well, it's a week. Because I get 400. I should get 400 trillion a day now. It's a whole week. Which is basically, yeah, I can spend a week on it. And then we can go all in on damage. Like, super all in on damage. Like, the most all in on damage we've ever all in our entire lives. Oh, so the damage masteries. Yes and no, Lee. In my heart of hearts, I know I can't afford it. That's the problem. In my heart of hearts, I know I can't afford it, so I was like, Even though I have the 99 lab redux. I know, because demon mode. Wait. Where are you, demon mode? Demon mode's 1.5. Oh, damage is only 1.4. Super tower. You can do it, Nick. Hey, Ghetto-Dactyl. I mean, it's tempting. Like, I was thinking I would just pick up just the straight damage one. But my economy. I don't believe my economy is strong enough to support it. I could get one a couple levels, and then I'd have to save. My economy's so weak. You can do it, Nick. You gotta get that 2%. If I was going to do any of them, I would just pick the damage one and get the straight damage one because that's just pure, unadulterated damage. And then Sar throws across the wild card in there. Why not get enemy balance for more lab speed? He knows I'm a research junkie. He knows it. I don't think, like, the package one is great. It has the best quote-unquote monetary value with the shards. But I am only 4 levels away from 161, and then I feel like the benefit after that is going to be a lot more diminished. Like, 161 is like the major break. Uh-oh. They took down my wall, guys. I don't like this. They took one of my energy shield charges. That was quick. My wall was there, and then he was not there. Y'all saw that, right? I got robbed. Well, it is rebuilding, Nick. It takes time. Yeah, let me tell you how that wall worked out, right, that Mexico was going to pay for. It didn't. Death Wave is huge. Make sure you get that selling coin bonus research going right away. Right away. It is amazing. Yeah, Matthew, you're not the only one. Are you on iOS? Hey, Kren, how you doing? Are you on iOS? Because I think iOS people are having an invisible wall. I want to get that. Yeah, everybody wants that coin bonus, Nick. You got to save up for it. Oh. Oh, man, we're out of charges. We still have our wings. We still have our wings, guys. Okay, wall's back. I really wish my regen was better because it's really sad seeing it go up so slowly. Okay, he's netted. No! My wall! Alright, we still got wings. I mean, is this just a weird set of battle conditions why I've lived this long? Because this is new. Still got our wings. I mean, you just got to go grind more coins, Nick. That's all you can do. Good job, Shockwave. Show him who's boss. Oh, he bit me. He bit my beautiful boy. He's still got wings. Nick, you should be farming a tier, not tier 9. Because you don't get perks from tier 9. You probably don't last long enough to get perks. Okay, Wall's back. I don't know that he's going to last, but he's back. Oh, this is a new personal best. I still have my wings. No. Wall's... Oh, okay, Wall's holding. Yeah. Damn it. There goes my wall. At least we got that charge of energy shield back. Oh, maybe I'll get that event. For once I death defied. When it mattered. We still got our wings. Has anybody ever been able to live for the 300 waves after you popped wings? Okay. Yeah, my wall never gives up. He never surrenders. Did they change something this tournament? Hey, wings is still there. They came in for a hug. Okay, he nicked me. Okay, Wall, he's back. You really want to? I mean, the problem with ACP is I haven't rolled ACP, and we're trying not to use our rerolls until we get the bans. I mean, some of us to smile, Nick. Why would we not smile? We still got wings, which is amazing. I feel like they changed something. Oh, that was... Oh, no! There go the wings! Still have demon mode. We still have nuke. Nuke is going to give me sweaty palms, though. I still have to do the sweaty palms nuke. He nicked me. Nick, that was not your best joke. I still prefer oof. The wall was back and then gone. You're never gonna top oof. Such a dumb joke. Tell them the oof joke. She's so stupid. Yeah, you gotta tell them the joke. Yes! Tell them the oof joke. Thanks, Foss. Yeah, please like it, guys. Appreciate it. What's your best joke? What are you holding back for? Okay, there go wings. Sweaty spaghetti, man. Hey, I completed this. So dumb. So dumb. I love it. It's so dumb and mathematically correct. I love it. Oof. Oh, my wall's back. Oh, demon mode's gonna help my wall heal. Should I slow it down? I'm gonna slow it down. Actually, I don't think I really need to slow it down because I think it's going to be... And now I can just turn it back up. Where's the boss? It's going to be here somewhere. We survived. Yeah, I got a difficult bracket-ish. Difficult-ish. Yeah, this is going to be 9th in mine, I think. Actually, we'll take a short break from the impending death and look at the bracket, where I'm 9th. Ishmael, I don't really do idle... That was fortuitous. Oh. Oh, it's 6 keys. That's good. I forgot that 9th was 6 keys. And we're probably... I don't think... I mean, there's always a chance of somebody that's a wild card. Omega is in my bracket. Omega is in my bracket, guys. And he's not here. Assuming there's only one Omega. That's funny if that really is Omega Haxor, who just happened not to be here. Oh, hey, I got the Death Defy. I got the Death Defy as part of the tournament. You're right. I can merge. Yeah, I am early. So you wanted to see ACP. What is my ACP? Yeah, my ACP has... I've never done anything with ACP. I'm not ready to re-roll ACP. Hold on. Oh, triangle. So I'm looking. He can't bribe me. Well, I guess he could if he wanted to with the Black Friday. ACP is the best for damage. So I need Ancestral Shockwave cooldown, right? I heard auto reroll is broken. So I want shockwave frequency. That's the only thing I want, right? I want ancestral shockwave frequency. Alright, let's see what happens here. Yeah, but the thing is, even though my clicker is faster, I would much rather automatically reroll and not have to do the interrupt check thing over and over. Honestly, I didn't think this was the way they were going to do it. This is kind of silly. Do do do. Sean, this is early. What do you mean late? Usually I run out about an hour from now. I'm confused why this is so slow. You would think that auto reroll would be faster than this. This is atrocious. Oh, I just wanted to get it done. It was. Yes, Matthew. There's one. Hey, Genesis. Yes, Matthew. In the Discord, there's a list of all the substats. I don't think there's one on the tower tools about substats. At least I don't think there is. Well, there's a module calculator. Is it in there? No. Like, this auto reroll is atrocious. Oh, I found it! Do I need to find any other substats? Because it found it. And honestly, what would be better than auto reroll is just me setting when I get the pop-up. You know what I mean? Like, if I have this set, I only get the pop-up when these things show up. We can still reroll if I need something else, but I wanted to lock in the frequency. Like orb speed, we talking like orbs and orb speed, like legendary and above? Yeah, I don't know how come my net is, like, slow. It seems like my net is slow. Like, I don't have any control over where my net goes. What do you mean the 10 second? Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot to set that up. Whoops. I hate that YouTube doesn't just let me set it up and it always uses those settings. It drives me up the wall that it doesn't set it up automatically each time. Why do you need to message more than 10 seconds? Like, I mean, it's been fine. I put the 10 seconds in more for people that come in and want to be disruptive, which we haven't had happen in a while. But is this good enough? Is this good enough? No, we're not rerolling Dimcore. No. I know he needs help. I know. But not today. I need to at least get the bands researched, which I don't have researched. You guys are nuts. Hey, Logical. I just have to flip him back to this. It's fine. Oh, wait, do we want different cards? Because these are cards we picked last time. Yeah. I put Wave Skip on this one instead of Death Ray because I don't need Death Ray to start. Yeah, we're doing another tourney, Nick. They want to see me with the other thing. And then this one just, I like Wave Skips there, and it puts on Landmine Stun instead of Cash, and then Death Ray is just over here. Yeah, Tournament 2 has Landmine Stun. What would I replace for Super Tower? You guys want me to put Super Tower in? Hold on. Let me leave. I can't pull off Wave Excel for Super Tower because if I pull Wave Excel off, it doesn't, my black hole drops. Yeah, I can't drop Wave Excel with my current black hole. I have to get a new black hole. They mean that I haven't looked at what the mastery is. So once you look at the mastery, the dots go away. It's clear I need yet another card slot. Oh, damn, Henrik, I'm sorry. Since we're here... There. We're balanced now. Super tower instead of wave skip. Wait. Okay, so we want to drop wave skip for super tower, everybody? It's a locked card, so I just have to do it for both. Okay. I could at least swap wave skip in for something. I don't. Oh, I don't know what I would swap it in for. Like I would. Oh wait, you know what I could do is I could swap it for this tournament for extra orb because orb isn't doing anything. No, it's orb that's useless this tournament because it's the orb resistance, not the death ray. Okay, now we're going to try again. Are we good? Before I spend 20 gems, and then we have to cancel, and then I have to spend 40 gems. No, you're right, logical. I put it on there to speed things up. Okay, I'm counting. I'm going to count down from 15. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, damn it. Thanks. I hate that, you know, it'd be really nice if somewhere on here told you what cards that you were using. Oh, I guess I should do this now. Isn't there a website for milestones? I guess not. Sometimes I wish we had an auto-buy. Like, please, just buy my skips in this order. Oh, whoops. My Bob. Why is the wiki not linked here? Maybe it's under guides. Nope. Someone actually asked me in the comments, like, if I was starting over today, what would I do differently? And I was like, that's such a hard question. Why do you constantly need to see the milestones, though? That's the part that I don't get. Don't you have a laptop, Nick? You play the tower on your phone, you look at the website on the laptop. Okay, well, let me tell you a secret, Nick. There's this thing, right? It's called paper and pencil. You can use it to write information down for later. What milestones are you really curious about? That's the part that I'm not understanding. That's the part that's why I'm like, what milestone do you need to know? Okay, the lab milestones. Like, are you trying to get a milestone right now for a lab? You do raise a good point, like, why is that information not more available in the game? Hey Mark, how you doing? Oh, funnily enough, I happen to somehow have a tab open to the milestone page. I guess this is something... what tier are you in, Mark? Because that's going to vary by tier. It does matter, but maybe depending on where you are. Your best bet is to go to champion. So your best bet is, I'll have to put the link in the chat. Is anybody... That's where you want to go. And in there, there's a that's where all the tools are. So you want to bookmark that website, the tower.tools. And when you go there, one of the sub sites is tournament bracket calculator. So you want to look at your tournament. I think it's tournament bracket view or something like that. I have it up over here. It is tournament results, excuse me. I picked the wrong one. And then when you click tournament results, it's going to take you to the tower.lol, but it's more important you bookmark the tower tools, because there could be new tools in the future that you would need to use. And then, once you go to that site, what you can do is... There's something in here. I can't remember what it's called. This is The Tower. The Tower game. It is on Android and iOS. I'm playing on PC because you can play on PC. You can just run like BlueStacks 5. That's what I use to play it on PC if you wanted to. So you have those three options. And if you go there, I forget where it was. Is it results? Nick, I can't answer these questions. Like, yeah, it probably should be more forthcoming about what you're unlocking, but... Bracket view... Where did it go? Is it live score? I mean, the game's kind of designed... Yes, so you would go into... Live score, time analysis, look yourself up, Mark, and when you look yourself up, it will tell you what would have been the best time for you to join. And then you gamble and hope that's what you get next time. So, for example, I'm at 546 waves. The best time for me to join was apparently an hour ago. Wait, no, that's not right because, never mind. I can't look at the tail here. You have to kind of wait to look at the tail because the tail is going to be skewed because people haven't had time to actually run the tournament. I would have been better at joining... 9:24 UTC. I would have been better joining earlier, around 2 UTC. So basically 2 hours after the bracket opened. I would have done better. I would have done worse if I waited until 7 UTC. Yeah, Jeff also makes tower videos. I would have done slightly better if I joined at 17 UTC. So it kind of gives you a spread. But the reality is, this is a moving target. Because you're not the only person looking at this. Other people are looking at this too. And everybody's sloshing their times around to try and pick the best time. It's like if we were buying a stock and we knew it was going to go up to the price is going to go up tomorrow, we'd buy it today. But the very action of buying the stock today makes the price go up now. Because everybody has this data. Well, not everybody acts on this data, but everybody has this data. Yeah, exactly. Everything's already priced in. Because by the time you know about it, people have already acted on it. You have to search for your player ID or your name. So if you don't have a name, you have to get your player ID. Your player ID is if you go here to the settings, and open this up, it says it right there. It'll let you copy it. It's better if you give yourself a name that's easily identifiable, because then you can just search for that. Have you tried looking by your player ID, Colin? That's really weird. Oh, is it only the top 1,000? I thought it was more... what's the word? I thought it was more tracky than that. Yeah, you also have to have yourself in the right bracket, because if you, like, go... Wait, I don't know if you need that for the time analysis under live score. Because there's no drop down for it. I don't know, tell me what your name is, I'll see if it comes up. Put your name in the chat, and we'll look. We can all check. That's weird. I have an RM turtle. Oh, okay. I see it. It's actually on the left side. What bracket are you guys in? Oh, wait, I know one of you is champion. Hold on, let me see if I can champion and find you, Beldorian. Colin, are you champion? Also, how many waves? Tell me about how many waves you guys get to. Okay, so you were in Legends, so I have to flip back to Legend. Well, you better be joining soon. You got 30 minutes. I think the time analysis doesn't work until you do your tournament for this tournament. Like, I don't think it's going to work until you're actually in a tournament for this tournament. So if you guys are waiting and you haven't... Okay, you're waiting, Mark. If Colin's also waiting, that's why it can't find you, because you need to already be in a bracket for it to find you. Like, I'm already in a bracket, that's how it's tracking me. Because if you type in Zerden, you can see... It says, oh, you joined a bracket like a long time ago. I mean, the only way to know, Mark, is to do the bracket analysis. You got to go to the live score and do the time analysis to determine when. There's no way to know in advance. So, like, there's no way to know, like, right this minute if right now is the best time to join. Logical, I'm assuming that whoever is behind this website has some kind of agreement with FUDs. know. I mean, I'm not the guy who runs the site. Oh, settings. Oh, there's wide mode. Oh, is it Sky? This is. I didn't know if this site was also Sky's site. Because if it's Sky, Sky has an inside track with FUDs, from what I understand. So it's probably, there's a private API that Sky can use, and probably he caches it or something like that to do this. At least it looks like it's cached, because it only updates like every 5 minutes now. So it looks like it pushes the data somewhere that's cached so that we can hammer it without interfering with the game itself. At least that's how I would do it, so that you don't mess up the data that's live. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I would put in a ticket on the Discord and let them get back to you. I can't really say. I haven't purchased anything from Ixwala. I mean, that could be the case because the Black Friday deals are really good. Like, they're crazy good. But your best bet is to open a ticket, and they will get back with you on when it's going to happen. And you, as long as you are registered with your player ID on the Discord, you can open a ticket, from what I remember. It's very possible, though, because the deals are so good that they got more people purchase than normal, and especially with the deals being like a limited time. But I don't know. Yeah, so if you go to the Discord and you go under ticket system, it's right under the Discord. You can click the thing and do a ticket report. Or you can email them at support. Oh, so have you tried just like closing and reopening the game? The best deal, if you can afford it, is the $100 Black Friday deal. That is 1,350 stones, 1,000 medals, and something else. Normally, if you spent $100, you would get 1,250 stones, so you get an extra 100 stones. So not only do you get the bonus 100 stones, you also get 1,000 medals. And you get some gems too, but gems I don't like. Gems are, I mean, they're nice, but I'm not trying to undersell gems, but gems is really not not the most limited currency. You know what I mean? And even if you can't afford the $100 bundle, the $50 bundle is 500 metal, 700 stone. The $50 bundle is actually better. I didn't realize this because I can't read. I sometimes have difficulty processing information. I apologize. The $50 bundle gives you more stones than the legendary. I didn't even realize that. Because it gives you 700 stones in the $50 bundle, and you only get 1,350. Why is that? What's going on here? It should be 700. What? Why is anything anything? So the legendary bundle doesn't even double the gems. What's up with that? I need to get with their marketing department because this is backwards. Like, you should see, like, the legendary bundle should be. What did he say? Who dropped the ball, Faust? It's just the backwards pricing. You know, usually you spend more, you get the better deal. You spend less, you get the better deal? Let me check. Black Friday. How long is it Black Friday? It doesn't say when it expires. I'm advocating for the $100 deal to just be double the $50 deal. That's all I'm advocating for. Is you get 800 gems and you get and 1,400 stones. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it ends Tuesday, December 3rd at 8 a.m. CST. So you have a little bit of time. So let me ask my buddy Wolfram Alpha. Wait, yes, that's right. You have 2 days, 14 hours, 23 minutes, and 13 seconds. So clock is ticking, boys. Thank you, Jeffrey. If you want the honest answer, Mark, it's. No, I don't. I don't make it. I don't. There's no referral. There's no referral system. That'd be kind of funny if they had one. I could become the tower's multi-level marketer. So, the short answer, Mark, is income inequality. That's the short answer. No, it's more income inequality. $1,000 to you might be a lot, but there's a lot of people in the world where $1,000 is like you spending $10. The longer answer is me just explaining the income inequality. I didn't think there were affiliate links. So the best example of this, Nick, is there's a guy who plays BDO online. And he was playing during the pandemic. And this guy spent $100,000 on the game. $100,000, which is like let's say the tower, we'll put the tower at what? What, like 500 a month is like the ceiling about what you can spend on the tower plus 350 for Black Friday. So let's put the ceiling at 500 a month. So that's 6,000 plus 3. Let's say 500. Let's say $6,500 is your ceiling of how much you would spend on the tower. You literally could not spend more money than $6,500. Okay. Yeah, and so a great example is Clash of Clans. Because the best way to monetize stuff is not like what the tower does where you buy like what essentially are permanent upgrades, right? Like you buy 100 stones, you invest 100 stones, you always have those 100 stones. Yeah, I mean we can talk gem packs. You could certainly buy more gems, that's true. You can buy as much gems as you want. I don't think most people... there's obviously going to be an exception for somebody that spends more than $6,500 on gems. I don't really want to get into the who goes into the gem packs because the real power progression in this game were limited by stones, not really gem packs. Gem packs will get you researches, but getting an extra couple levels on researches on somebody isn't nearly the same as I have another 1,000 stones to invest in my ultimate weapons. So I'm putting the ceiling at I guess we could say it's a soft cap of $6,500. And yes, you're right, you could buy as much gems as you want. But I feel like the power gain of gems, there's a limit on how much you can get out of gems. Eventually, all your modules are going to be 5-star ancestral. Eventually, like, you're going to run out of labs that actually make a difference, even if you speed all of them up. Like, eventually you're going to hit these kind of caps. So we're kind of setting aside gems for now. But for example, in BDO and like games like Clash of Clans, like, yeah, that's what I mean when I say income inequality, Mark. Because for you, getting $50 is a lot. But for somebody else, $50 is like you spending 50 cents. I'm not disputing that people don't buy gems logical. What I'm saying is let's say somebody spends $13,000 on the tower, okay? Which is double the $6,500, so $13,000. That person that spends $13,000 isn't going to get that far ahead of the person spending $6,500. Like, we can all agree that, yeah, that the person spending 13 grand is going to be able to have more modules and speed up more labs. But it's not nearly as impactful as having the base amount of the maximum amount of stones. And even still at 13,000, that's less than 100,000 of BDO. But the point I was trying to get to. Oh, yes, Sean. I wish I had this pinned. I need to have it pinned. I will pin this one, so that way I don't have to keep posting it. Whoops. I don't want to do emotes. Pin. There we go. There we go. Hey, Guru. Yeah, I started early today. But what I was trying to go with my example was a lot of people play BDO. Not a lot of people, but the example I was going with is somebody was playing BDO and he spent $100,000, and it was during the pandemic, and so somebody interviewed him. There's a whole interview about this guy you can watch, but the takeaway from it was he's like, yeah, what else was I gonna do? I'm sitting at home. I can't buy clothes. I can't buy, I can't go to any restaurants. I can't. That's my reminder for the tournament. I can't go to any restaurants. I can't do any of the stuff I normally do. So spending $100,000 on BDO is like nothing to me. I would spend $100,000 on other things. If it wasn't BDO, I would be going out to dinner every night. I'd be going traveling. Yeah, Sean, I heard there was somebody else asking about that there was an issue with the store. I don't know if you have purchased something from the store. It's usually almost instant. I heard with the Black Friday it's not instant. So I don't know what's going on there. If you are having an issue not getting it instantly, I would either open a ticket in the Discord or email them at support. Oh, congrats, Mark. But that's what I mean, Nick. That's what I'm talking about, income inequality. If my income, like let's pretend I'm Asmongold, right? Asmongold would sit there and play, this is the tower game. It's on Android, iOS, and on PC if you use an emulator. Mark, you have to take your player ID and register on the Discord. So you have to register on the Discord and get verified, and then once you're verified on the Discord, you can use the ticketing system. There should be a channel. You just put your player ID in it, and then it's all automatic. Yeah. So, again, somebody with magnitudes more income can just spend a lot more money. And it's what I generally talk about stuff like this. What I say is take your income and divide it by 1,000. And usually any purchase you make, unless you're making these purchases all the time, that's a purchase you really don't have to think a lot about. So if you make $5,000 a year, you're probably okay spending $5 here, $5 there. If somebody's making $50,000 a year, you're probably okay not thinking about much and spending $50 here, $50 there. You're not really spending a huge percent of your income. It's 0.1%, right? Now scale that up. Somebody that makes $10 million, their break point is going to be $10,000. And that's the difference. That's when I say income, that's how you get people that make these kind of different financial decisions. And a lot of what I've heard is, like, for example, there was somebody who's big into Clash of Clans. He spends, I think it was $4,000 a week on Clash of Clans. And that's because in Clash of Clans, you can buy consumables, and the consumables are really powerful, and they also cost a lot of money. So it's very easy for you to buy a bunch of consumables, buff all your stuff. Yeah, I mean, the income assessment also accounts for inheritance, right? And so, but he was talking about his point of, like, why he was so comfortable spending this money on the game was he was like, I used to go to a club I used to go to the club every weekend. Every weekend at the club, I used to spend $5,000 in alcohol, opening bottles, table service. He's like, if I'm spending $4,000 on a mobile game, I'm saving $1,000 a week. So that's why I don't care. That was his logic. And I can't even imagine being the guy that walks into the club and spends $5,000 a week, which is $250,000 a year in the club, just trying to do that. But again, $250,000 a year is. It depends. If he's making $1 million a year, that means he probably has $600K take home. He's spending half of his take home. He probably makes more than $1 million a year, but let's say he makes $2 million a year. He's making $1.2 million take home. He's spending 25% at the club. Who cares? That's 25% of his income. He probably doesn't care because he has a business that he's making $2 million a year at. And $2 million a year is probably on the low end, right? There's people out there that make $5 million, $10 million. And these are the people who are like, $10 million? I make $10 million a year. Who cares about $10,000? Yeah. And then you have people even more extreme than that. It's like the thing about mobile games. An oil sheik and a Wall Street trader get into a fight on the tower. Who wins? The developer. But Clash of Clans is obviously even more lucrative. That's why in China they have regulations around forced PvP games. Any game that has forced PvP, they have a regulation around it now in China. Because as soon as you have forced PvP, you now have incentivized this huge thing for people to put more money into the system to beat other players. But it's no different than the other way I see it too. It's no different than Hi, Maria. You can drive a Honda Civic, right? A Honda Civic is a perfectly acceptable car for you to get from point A to point B. You go Chevy Spark, Honda Civic, you can go Nissan Versa. The fundamental purpose of a car is to get from A to B, right? Why would anybody buy a Lambo? It's the same. The Lambo is not going to get you from point A to point B any faster if you obey the traffic laws. And it might take you longer if you get pulled over for it. It's just a different kind of flex. Yeah, that's where I took it from, Sar. It's from a YouTube video called Let's Go Whale Hunting about mobile game monetization. Not in Finland, Faust. In Finland, they got your back on that. In Finland, the speeding fine is proportional to your income. I mean, yeah, but but there's relative, right? You're not gonna okay, you can't get in a Nissan Versa. You might need something a little bit bigger, but you understand the idea. I actually went through it, Mark. We went through it right before the tournament. But there's still a more affordable version of a vehicle you fit in. And for example, I'm going to use a weird one. I'm going to go with Cybertruck, spending like $100,000 on a Cybertruck. I went with the most extreme example out there. What did logical study? I don't know, logical. What did you study? Oh, what did I study? Oh, congrats, Henrik. I studied computer science, but I've also always... So growing up when I was in high school, I was very concerned about income inequality and how it would change the trajectory of my life. So most of what I'm talking about is stuff I've just read, like outside of school. Stuff I've studied, because I started to wonder why the world was changing in a certain way. And I noticed a lot of other people had the same questions. And so I started researching it. And that's basically... And you're going to see this in a lot of aspects of life now. Because, for example, what started me really down this road was... At Disney World, they've changed the rules. It's Zerden. Zerden. And so people were complaining about how expensive Disney World was getting and how you pay for Fast Pass, you pay for this, you pay for that. It used to be, they killed this, it used to be wealthy families would actually, I don't know the proper way to say this, but would take a disabled person with them to Disney to skip the lines. Now, they have since reduced the accessibility of that. But when I was really studying this, it was about Disney. And the reason there's so many different tiers in Disney now, where the base one is a very different experience than if you buy all the fast passes and etc. All that's due to income inequality, because it's a way for Disney to appear affordable on the outside to the regular person, while still being able to make more money from people that are more willing to spend to have a premium experience. And you're starting to see this in all aspects of life. It's why Uber and Lyft have 20 different tiers. I know it's not 20, but just bear with me. 20 different tiers of service now. It's why everything is turning into a tiered setup. It all revolves around that. And so I've just been looking at it for a long time. To me, it's unfortunate. I mean, car subscription's already tier-based. Why would you ever get a Lambo? A Lambo's not going to get you anywhere quicker than a regular car. Or any luxury car. In the U.S., so the funny thing about there's actually a guy, it's Doug on YouTube, and he has a channel And it talks about specifically that question: does a Lamborghini attract women? And if you don't want to watch the video, I'll give you the short answer. No, it attracts other men that are interested in cars. No, my conclusion isn't capitalism is bad. It's not a capitalism is bad or capitalism is good. My conclusion is that Ned! See, Ned knows. Like a guy knows a nice car when he sees it, and he's gonna notice it, and then he's gonna talk to you about it and be like, "Dude, where'd you get this car?" Uh-oh. So I guess the overarching conclusion is that we need to be mindful. We need to be mindful that these things exist in the world we live in, and that we need to be vigilant to work towards a more equitable society, for a society that works for everyone. That's really my conclusion that I take away with that. They're listening to me. I'm now getting you all car commercials. Go buy the new Audi, BMW, whatever thing. I mean, yeah, pretty much what happens in any system, because any economic system you got a 911, see? Ned knows. We got here because we were talking about the cost of the tower. It started with the cost of the tower and how expensive it is, and somebody asked, well, how can some people spend $1,000 on the tower and it's like nothing to them, and how come it seems like it's a lot of money to me? And so that conversation leads into the conversation about income inequality, because fundamentally it's an income inequality question. Why can someone spend so much money like it's nothing to them where it's a lot to me? It's fundamentally rooted in the fact that incomes are much more stratified in the modern society. Maria likes my tower. And the conclusion is not capitalism is bad or anything like that, but it's that we have to be mindful of the society we're building. And if we're not mindful about the society we're building and stuff like that, then we can end up with a more inequitable society. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is also expensive. Any card collecting game is expensive because of the nature of scarcity. Costs you more money to play for free. That's an interesting argument. It's just like another great example of tiering is ads or no ads. Ads are effectively a tax on the poor. Yeah, trading card games are the original gambling, the original loot boxes. Like, trading card games were literally physical loot boxes to sell to children. Does Shockwave stack? It's worse because I don't have enough damage. That's the problem. I don't have enough damage. You just have to do your... Like, you won't be able to know, Mark, because you're too close to the end. But when you get into... Like, you should be able to look yourself up in about 5 minutes. So... Yeah. I mean, the bigger takeaway, the real thing you have to question and ask yourself when you're talking about income inequality, Jason, is the tax code equipped to adequately tax everybody fairly? Okay? And what happens is when it isn't, it's very obvious when it isn't. Because certain types of income are not taxed the same as other types of income. And when that happens, it skews the playing field so that people who are really rich have all made their money through one way. Oh, I see what you're saying, Ned. Yes. The opportunity cost of babysitting the game versus just spending enough so you don't have to babysit the game. I understand what you mean by that point. You and me both, Henrik. I want to farm. I need to get that 2.8 quadrillion. Yours is going to be longer than mine, though. I didn't mean to get on my soapbox, but I mean, it's something that I've thought about a lot. It's something that I've really spent a lot of time understanding because having a more equitable society is something that's really important to me. Without 11.5? Yeesh. I'm not one of those people who wants to just say, let's burn the system down to the ground. I like to look at a system and say, how can we evolve the system to work better in a modern society? And one of the fundamental things is people are having fewer children per family. That is one of the fundamental things that is kind of skewing this too. I'm not sure what the effect of more people not having kids is going to actually have. But what I mean is a rich person that dies and has 2 children instead of like 8 children, those 2 children get 50% each. 8 children get 12.5% each. So it's much easier to dilute wealth amongst people with large families. Is it? I thought it's been going down. Like, it used to be like 6. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at my parents. The state gets 35%, I think, in the U.S. We wanted to try ACP packs. We wanted to see how ACP would compare. It's like one of the things that I can say confidently is we're all descended from royalty. Every one of us is descended from royalty. You have some relative in your history that was royalty. I'm probably going to get... ooh, that was spicy. I think I'm going to get 9th. Pretty sure I'm going to get 9th. You can't mandate people have children. You can't do that, Nick. That's not possible. And honestly, if that's what you want to do, oh yeah, I need to change. Shoot. You got me on my soap. Oh wait, boss. Oh, there go my wings. Shoot. Now I can switch. You got me on my soapbox, but no, you can't mandate children. What would happen is if countries are seriously worried about underpopulation, you'll see a lot more investment in artificial wombs. Oh, nice, Jason. Congrats. At least that's my prediction. Is that if it really gets that bad, we're going to see more and more money go into making artificial wombs happen. Because once you have artificial wombs, you no longer have to have people wanting to have kids. The state can simply create enough children to sustain itself. What, artificial wombs? You think artificial wombs would be a waste of money, Nick? Yeah, the state can't mandate children. I mean, that's impossible to say, Nick, without knowing. You can't mandate children. You'd have to reduce the cost of living to make children more attractive for people. But I think we're not going to do that, and we're going to actually get more people interested in artificial wombs. And we're going to create... And artificial wombs are going to be a thing. Not quite like Brave New World, but sort of. At least in the United States and other Western countries, I don't think banning birth control will get the effects that we want. Because what's going to happen is women are just going to opt out of having sex altogether. Have you seen Altered Carbon? Logical? I mean, we may arrive at the conclusion in an alternate way, in which case most people can't work. Joey, no, I'll never do Devo. Never in my life. And the sad reality about stuff being way too expensive is that the best way to reduce the cost of living is for the government to take an interest in home building. Because probably one of the biggest expenses is rent and home ownership. And so if you make renting and home ownership more affordable, and that's something I feel is very controllable. Like, the government can say, hey, we're going to build more homes, we're going to have more housing availability. That's something that can, I feel like, be much more easily controlled at a government level than like a lot of other things. Honestly, though, the artificial womb thing was an idea I had for a book. Yeah, you have to stop NIMBY. Fundamentally, you have to stop NIMBYism. Because that results in nothing ever getting built anywhere ever, which is what's happened in like cities like San Francisco. NIMBY is not in my backyard, which is basically a organization that's basically against things being built in their area because it would negatively impact them, in their opinion. Government can be the most efficient option. It depends on how they go about it. And again, with something like housing, what you don't want to do is have something where it is yeah, and that's the problem with NIMBYs and like when you look at housing availability. Housing availability and housing price is fundamentally a supply based, right? So the tighter the supply of homes, the more your home is worth if you own one. So you have existing homeowners who are incentivized financially to be against new construction because new construction reduces the value of their homes. So you have the two parties playing against each other, and it's sort of like a perfect storm of both parties being against each other. And that's where you get stuff like San Francisco. Maybe. The government's only incompetent when people intentionally want the government to be incompetent. The government can be extremely competent if the government wants to be competent at it. For example, private industry didn't put a man on the moon in the 60s, the government did. Because the government said, we're going to have a goal to put a man on the moon. So it's up to... So in a lot of programs where the government is inefficient, they're intentionally sabotaged to be inefficient. Because when the government does something efficiently and provides it at cost, there's no way to make money off of this. Old rank? No, my record is still 6. I'm not going to beat 6, I don't think. And that's what happens. So, and when you intentionally erode trust in government institutions, there's a great amount of money to be made. Just for example, look at bottled water. Bottled water used to not be a thing before the 2000s. And then it became a thing, and a lot of companies have made a ton of money off selling bottled water that you can get out of your faucet for pennies on the gallon. And there's a book on that. I can't remember what the book is. It's all about alignment. The issue is with something like, if we're talking home building, there's a lot of people that would lobby the government to make it not successful. Just because they want to keep prices how they are now, so they want to undermine the effort. And that's a common thing that happens with a lot of government programs. Yeah, I saw it. I'm watching it. It's right there almost. We might have to nuke after this. What bottled water fundamentally is. Bottled water fundamentally is a symbol of the erosion of trust in our public institutions. Not necessarily. The size of government is not necessarily an indication of the efficiency or inefficiency. It depends entirely on the goals of people, lobbyists specifically, interacting with government to achieve whatever goals they're trying to achieve. You can have inefficient government, but that's usually intentionally inefficient because the people lobby to make the government inefficient, so they can say, hey, the government's inefficient. It's not, government is not inherently any more or less inefficient. No, it's not wrong. There's a lot of people who have worked to make government not work the way to not work like that. That's what their job is. I've gotten further this run. I got to 576. No, they don't. There's a lot of governments that work really well. They don't necessarily grow to become inefficient. They might not spend the money the way you want the money to be spent, but they don't inherently grow to be inefficient. Lobbyists will lobby them to be inefficient in a way that benefits them. And that's what has happened. It's called regulatory capture. So yes, when you achieve regulatory capture, then yes, the government's inefficient because regulatory capture has happened. And regulatory capture is fundamentally the private industry changing government to suit their needs and not the needs of the people. And it's forever going to be this tug of war back and forth. Because we had the Great Depression, which led to FDR, which led to the government doing a lot of things for the people. And then we had Ronald Reagan, which was the tug of war the other direction. The problem, Nick, with limiting people on age is the voters voted them in. So you're saying the voters shouldn't be able to choose who they want to represent them based on age. And it sounds like it's a nice idea to just say nobody over a certain age can run for government. But I don't know. I feel like the voters should be able to choose who runs, not an arbitrary age limit for an elected official. Term limits don't work either because what happens with term limits, if they're too low, what ends up happening is you create a revolving door because somebody has term limits, just turns around and becomes a lobbyist. And again, a term limit takes away the choice of the people. Like, the term limit is the election. The people choose whether or not they get to go again or not. That's fundamentally the term limit is the election. If people keep voting the same person in, like FDR got elected 4 times. I think that's fine because the people voted for him 4 times. There shouldn't have been a term limit on him. Yeah, Mark, you have a good one. You're always going to be involved in politics, Nick. Saying you're not going to get involved in politics is just basically saying, I'm going to let somebody else choose for me for the rest of my life. Everything you do in life becomes political at some level. There's no organization you can be a part of that doesn't have politics involved. Every organization involved has the people that benefit from the current system and the people that would benefit under a different system. Thank you, Ned. So I was 280. I might get 8th. Huh? I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'm sorry I got on my soapbox there, but when people talk about that kind of stuff, I can't not say something. I don't mean to be as political, but, like, if you're going to ask me something, I'm going to answer. Yeah, that was. No, we're not going to do a farming one. There's. I didn't plan on doing 2 tournament runs, to be honest with you. I don't like picking and choosing what I am because I want to evaluate each issue individually. Saying I'm this or that means you can't objectively look at each issue individually. And it's more work to evaluate each issue individually and look at the pros and cons of both things. Well, no, it was because it was fundamentally the question was, how come some people can spend so much money on this game and other people can't? Which fundamentally goes back to income inequality, and that fundamentally income inequality exists because that's the society we've decided to build. That's the reality. You can't sugarcoat that. Yeah, I could talk about this stuff forever. It's something I've studied a lot because it bothers me. It's one of those things I actually am really concerned about. Because every day I see how we had an erosion of trust in our institutions. I see who that erosion of trust has benefited. I guess I have to try ACP. I wasn't expecting ACP to change things, but it did get me about 20 extra waves. There's no amount of money I could have to. I don't have enough money to fix the issue. There's a whole organization, too. It's called Patriotic Millionaires, And they're trying to use their money to reform the system, at least in the United States. And even Warren Buffett has basically said what I've said. He's like, it's ludicrous that I get away with so much and I pay less tax than my secretary. And I do study money. But the reality of life is, a lot of life is luck. One person sells calls on a stock, somebody buys the calls. Both sides are making a bet, one side wins. That's life. That's why when we're talking about society, what happens is 100 men walk into an arena and everybody makes a bet, 50 win, 50 lose. You do that enough times, you have somebody who has an extreme luck streak and somebody who doesn't. Now you can say, well, you can offset some of it with skill, but there's still luck. This many. I'm still at, I think, 500 billion a minute is, I think, my best, but I probably have peaked higher than that. That's like my average best. Just like in the tower, you queue up for a bracket. You could get a soft bracket. You get a hard bracket. I think I've gone up about. Yeah, but Ned, but that only works if nobody else hedges their bet. If everybody hedges their bets, then everybody is hedging the same thing, right? I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like any strategy you come up with, other people are going to be emulating that strategy. Oh, nice, Genesis. You'll get that relic if you don't have it. Well, yeah, you could win over time because you have I wouldn't really say patience, but you make non-emotional decisions while a lot of people are emotionally driven. Because the stock market is effectively an emotion machine. You'll get there, Jason. Everybody starts somewhere. You go back to my first video and you'll see that I started somewhere too. At least I have the first video so you can kind of see my progression. I'm going to link a video, and this is a very insightful video on how everything is political. Everything.
I'm sure you can know.
Oops. That is fundamentally the video that showed me how everything is political. Everything you'll ever do in life has some kind of political structure around it. For better or for worse. Well, I'm probably going to end the stream so you guys can talk about what you want after this. Again, I don't mean to get so political, but that's like you can't not answer the question of why some people can spend so much money on the game without addressing it. But Nick, that's a video you should watch. Because that's going to help you in life. That's why I linked it. Because when you understand that, you're going to understand more about life. Well, I have a soapbox. I have opinions on things. What can I say, Nick? Also, I already did the tournament once. Either you like my spirited conversation or... I mean, but that's what I said. Like, the reality is saying I abstain from politics is just letting somebody else choose for you. You can't abstain from politics. You can't. Because you just let somebody else take control. That's the reality. Not choosing is also making a choice. That's the sad reality, I should say. I'm not giving you one. I gave you the video to watch. And I want you to sincerely watch the video. And there's a reason I gave it to you. Because it'll help you in life. The only way you can get it is you have to draw it. It won't drop. You have to draw it from the module draw. So you always got to draw it. And it's going to be hard to get. You're going to have to draw a lot. Depending on where you are in the game, Kirak, it's going to determine where you spend your gems. So, like, if you're earlier in the game, you're probably going to want to spend more of your gems on cards. You should obviously have all 5 labs unlocked. But you would likely want to spend more of your gems on cards. If you're later into the game, like I would say, you have all the common and rare cards maxed. You have at least 10 card slots. Then you would be looking at alternating between module draws and getting additional card slots. Yeah. You got to get your fifth lab. Fifth lab, that's number one. Number one. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, I voted for Harris. I don't agree with Trump's policies on anything. Well, almost anything. I think there was one thing I agreed with him on. One or two. You definitely want to get the fifth lab, Hallie. 100%. Fifth lab all the way. Way more important than anything else. Spotlight would be your ideal fourth, Kirak. Yes. There is... I have the tower tools. You guys, I have that pinned. You want to bookmark that site because that has all the guides and stuff like that. I have a hard time talking about Trump because Trump is so polarizing. That comes when you unlock perks, Hallie. So when you get perks unlocked, there's a perk that gives you 25% more game speed, and that's when it goes from 5 to 6.2. Or 6.3. 6.3 once you have the research to make it 25% more powerful. But it's really 6.25 rounded up. The poor women. Oh, your group chat went crazy when Trump won? I wasn't even in a group chat. A lot of my friends that were women were very upset. I wasn't happy either, but a lot of them were really upset. And rightfully. Damn, Henrik. You have a charge of use. How much longer are you going to go? I believe I went from 175 trillion to 215 trillion. But I don't know if that was GT0 or GT1. But around that. So that's a pretty big deal. That's about 25%. You want to know my joke about that SAR? My joke about that SAR is, I hope somebody gets in Trump's ear and gets him to try and repeal the 22nd Amendment. If he succeeds, we get Trump versus Obama in 2028. And if he doesn't, he spent his whole presidential term trying to repeal the 22nd Amendment. No, it wouldn't be Biden. It would be Obama. If they repealed the 22nd, it'd be Obama again. I think if the 22nd Amendment was actually repealed, I don't know what would happen. That would be pandemonium. A lot of what would happen would depend specifically on how inflation is during Trump's term. Yes, you can reset the workshop. I believe it's a research, and it costs 150 gems to do it. But I think it's a research you have to research. And I don't know what unlocks it. Yeah, respec right here. It's right at the top. It's in the first group. Main research. Again, I don't know if there's an unlock for it, though. I don't know why it would be unlocked. I mean, I guess it could. But really, you shouldn't even worry about your range. Just like, you should just get it to 69.5, which is the max, and that should be fine. Just, if you did any range research, make sure you can, there's a slider for the range research. I don't know if I can change it in the middle here, but you can just go here to range, and you can just, there's a slider, and you just slide it down. Yeah. I wouldn't respec, because you're going to max range eventually anyways. Ned, I would try tier 9. How far... So what you're going to have to do is, if you go to the tower tools, there's specifically a calculator in the tower tools, and it's called what tier should I farm? And what you would do is you would go run a tier 10, and you would go run a tier 9, and you would look at those two options. Oh, congrats, Henrik. Jeez, 500 quadrillion. Jeez. And then you would plug all those numbers into the analyzer, and then it would give you a better idea if you should do tier 9 over tier 10. The biggest thing you need to be careful about is cells, because I believe if you get past wave 6000, you get twice as many elites that spawn, and if you get twice as many elites that spawn, you get even more cells to speed up your research. So that's a big factor. It's not just coins, you also have to look at cells. The chain lightning, huh? Is tomorrow going to be our last set? Do you have Spotlight yet, Nick? Two more. Okay, thank you. We got 2 more draws, so there could be a chain lightning mission to come still. Do you have Spotlight, Nick? Like the ultimate weapon? Damn, Sar has almost doubled his income in a month. Over double. Ah! I stole 8th! I didn't think I would get 8th! Ah! Sorry, kitty. Sean believes on what people's expectations were. So I don't know why they would want that, I'm not a Trump supporter, so I don't understand what they're looking forward to. Which is one of the things I've always wondered. So, Jason, if you follow the link I have, in that link, it's called What Ultimate Weapon Should I Pick? It's the second one. You open that one up, you plug in what you own, you plug in what you are drawn, and then it gives you an idea of what you should do. Because there is a tier list. It's basically Golden Tower, Death Wave, Black Hole, Spotlight, Chrono Field. That's basically your top 5. But what you choose from the ultimate weapon pick will depend on what you have. So yes, it's pinned. You should see it pinned at the top here. There should be a pinned message. I see it from... So I'm looking at it on my other screen with a different user logged in, and I see it right at the top of the chat. There's a pinned message from me with the link in it. If you're on mobile, I don't know how it'll appear because I'm looking at it on a computer. Oh, yeah, that'll be the day. Yeah, sorry, don't tell them that. That's gonna be... You're gonna ruin every event for us with that one, Sar. Let me post that suggestion on the Discord and see who likes it. Oh, God. Yep, I got banned from Discord, guys. I got banned from the Tower Discord. Everybody disliked that. Oh, Mooney made a bunch of suggestions. The spotlight missing is absurd because it's 5 million. I guess 5 million, huh? Ned, it was a joke. It was a note. It was a joke about if I made the suggestion. Oh, we need an event mission where we spend stones. They're gonna ban me from the Tower Discord. The module merge mission, I cannot believe it goes to 160. I can't. That is so absurd. The nuke mission will be fine once you get the automation to auto nuke. I prefer to see some things in the events that aren't obtainable just because you logged in and ran the gate. No, you get downvote. Where's my downvote? You get a downvote for that opinion. Is there a double downvote? You have to basically get recharge nuke to do the nuke mission. I've been live. We've been live for a while. So wait, who are you in the tournament? I don't know what, I think the recharge is what, tier 12? Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. No, nuke isn't useful. Yet. It will be useful. I'm getting nuke recharge just because I need to get nuke recharge for the event now. Ooh, we merge. We did it! 40! Alright, we're gonna see how much the next one is. Oh no, it's 160! Oh no, we're only a quarter of the way there. Well, we're halfway through the... We're not halfway through the event yet. I'm a quarter of the way there. Will I make it? You can do it, Sar. I think Maria fell asleep. Honestly, Ned, I have no idea. Usually they're pretty quick. But if you put a ticket in, it depends how many tickets they're in the queue. That's the problem. If, like, there's a lot of tickets in the queue, it's going to get a lot longer to get to you. That's just... Adrian! Does anybody know what Adrian's from? Yes! Yes, I love that part. Adrian! It's Rocky, Nick. You gotta watch Rocky. It's a good movie for you about growing up. No, you watch Rocky, then you watch Rocky 2 after. Which one was Rocky 3? Because God hates us, Robert. What can I say? We're God's special children. Nick, a lot. There's a lot of movies you're going to have to watch, bro. Like, you got time. You got to start getting cultured. Got to watch Predator, Rocky, Have you seen Die Hard, Nick? The first Die Hard? Gotta watch Die Hard. It's your Christmas movie, Nick. And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I will die on that hill. Yes, Shawshank. Forrest Gump. Though I am really curious. Yeah, Boondock Saints. I really kind of want to see Red One. I kind of think Red One is going to be a good Christmas movie. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's going to be a great Christmas movie. Well, the character is not real, but the historical events are. Alright, hold on. We have to message Nick because he needs to remember. Alright, later, Ned. Which one is Rocky 3? I've seen them all, I just don't remember. Oh, you meant Godfather. One and two. Lethal Weapon. No, Rocky 4 is a Russian, isn't it? I thought Rocky 4 was the Russian. Yeah, Rocky 3's Clubber. Clubber Lang. Right? What? No, Rocky 4 was the Russian one. That's the one with Dolph. Apparently, Stallone told Dolph to hit him as hard as he could. And I don't know if this is true or not. And Dolph hit Stallone so hard, he woke up 4 days later in a coma. Rocky 5 was wasn't my favorite. Oh, Dolph only has 2 to 3 years to live. That's sad. It's going to be sad when he's not around anymore. I also said Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon also a Christmas movie. Fight Club. I would just say use the default Nevis if you're new. You shouldn't really change it. Oh yeah, Predator. I forgot to put Predator on here. Alien. But Alien is a scary movie, so if you get scared easily, you might have to wait till you grow up more. Then Aliens. You can watch Predator 2. Predator 2 is like, eh. Oh, I forgot the Terminator. Terminator 2. Again, Terminator's a scary movie. Terminator 2 is an action movie. So if you get scared easily, just stick with Terminator 2. Oh, Interstellar. I still need to see Interstellar. I haven't seen it. Aliens 3 is Then there's like They didn't have guns in Alien 3. Like, what's up with that? They have an alien movie without guns. Well, like, you get Aliens 3. Let's see. Top 100 movies. Shawshank, Godfather. Oh, The Dark Knight is number 3, so you gotta see the Batman movies. I haven't even seen Castaway. The Men in Black, the first one. I don't think any of the ones after the first Men in Black are really good. Oh yeah, The Lord of the Rings. You got to see those. Put all those on there. Schindler's List, but that's a really hard one to watch, so you probably want to watch that when you're older. Nick, you have plenty of time, man. You don't have to watch them all on Christmas. These are like movies of all time. Like, these are movies like this is like a year's worth of movies for you to watch if you're slow. You can watch these movies while you're doing farming runs with the tower. Oh yeah, with Forrest Gump. We talked about this. I forgot to put it on the list. Oh, Inception. Okay, Interstellar is number 19, so I guess I really need to see that one. Oh yeah, Seven. That's a good movie. The Silence of the Lambs. I guess we'll put that one on there. It's a scary movie, though, so don't watch it if you get scared easily. City of God. You know, I didn't like 12 Monkeys. And I think the problem with 12 Monkeys is I saw the movies that were derivatives of 12 Monkeys after 12 Monkeys came out. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Oh, you got to see the Star Wars. Well, you've seen the Star Wars movies, right? Oh, the Green Mile. I haven't seen the Green Mile. I know you've seen the Star Wars movies. You have Luke. Oh, Back to the Future? You need to see Back to the Future so you understand how your parents met? Oh yeah, there's even a new Gladiator movie. General Grievous. You know, I actually liked Frozen. I watched Frozen just for the how it should have ended YouTube video. Like, if you watch Frozen, you have to watch the Frozen how it should have ended. The Prestige. The Usual Suspects. Oh yeah, have you not seen Shrek? You should have seen Shrek by now. How was Dune? I haven't seen Dune, and Dune Part 2 is number 49? Was Dune that good, guys? This is the new Dune, because I haven't seen the original Dune either. Tombstone. Some of these, Nick, you're going to have to see if you're in the mood for, because you might not really be in the mood for Westerns all the time. I know I wasn't. So, like, you might stagger these. I was more of sci-fi, so I probably need to see Dune. I didn't expect to see Dune. Dune 2, Part 2 is number 49 on the list. I didn't expect that. Oh, you've seen WALL-E, right? I'm sure you've seen WALL-E, right? Oh, you got to see the Indiana Jones movies? All of them. You haven't seen WALL-E? The Irishman. The Irishman is the paint houses guy, right? Really? Well, you got to see WALL-E. Then we're gonna put that one on the list. Alright, well, it's on the list now for you to bother to watch it. The Lives of Others. Oh, that's that Berlin movie. Which Tom Cruise movie? He kind of runs a gamut. Yeah, we'll put Blade Runner on here. Because there's a lot of Tom Cruise movies. Avengers Infinity. You've seen the MCU, right? Alright, well, that's got to go on the list. You got to see the MCU. At the very least, Infinity War and Endgame. But you really should see the movies that lead up to that. Even if I was thoroughly disappointed by Thanos' motivation. Wait, so you've seen Endgame, but nothing... Thanos' motivation in the comics was much better. He met this girl. The girl was named Death. And he told her, he goes, Death, the universe is teeming with life. There's way too much of it. And so... So Thanos is like, what if I get the Infinity Gauntlet and cut life in half? You gotta get Fifth Lab. Fifth Lab first. You've seen Toy Story, right? Yeah, just casually watch the entire MCU. That'll keep you busy for like a weekend. 46 seconds. And hey, Brett, and hey, Rodolph, how you guys doing? Jason, you need to be more specific about Tom Cruise movies. Because there's so many of them. Oh, yes, Interview with the Vampire with Brad Pitt. Braveheart. No, it's Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. Really, The Joker is number 85, and I haven't seen that one. I need to see that one. Hey, Gonzo, how you doing? We're just talking about movies that Nick needs to see. Requiem for a Dream, so you never get involved with drugs. Very important you watch Requiem for a Dream, so you never get involved with illegal drugs. Scarface. How could we forget Scarface? That's still a lot, Jason. Yeah, Goodfellas is on the list. Oh yeah, Ghostbusters. I don't know, Poltergeist is a scary movie. So only to watch Poltergeist if you want a scary movie. Heat? How could we forget Heat? Whoops, I put Heart. I meant Heat. Oh yeah, I do need to claim my gems. I'm sorry, I'm making a movie list for you. Amelie, if you want something like really lighthearted and silly. Oh, Oppenheimer is number 110. Okay, well that's important. You need to learn about the atom bomb. You asked me about that. What's Baby Driver? Yeah, you need to watch something else after Requiem. I mean, it's a good anti-drug movie, but yeah, it's really sad at the end. Was that part of your DARE program, Rubber? Did you have to watch that to make sure you didn't do drugs? LA Confidential, which is the alternative version of Heat. Oh, The Wolf of Wall Street. The Truman Show? Shutter Island, I guess. Jurassic Park? Oh, your older brother's an asshole. American Gangster. I don't remember that one. No Country for Old Men. I didn't like No Country for Old Men. I'm surprised it's so highly rated. To me, No Country for Old Men was like a terrible... Well, not terrible. It wasn't an enjoyable movie to watch. Oh, The Thing. Yes, you need to see The Thing. Oh, yeah, Independence Day. I'm surprised that wasn't higher on the list. Which one is American Gangster? Finding Nemo. Because it's a classic alien movie, Nick. It's like the in America, it's the classic alien movie because it blows up the White House, which was, at the time, one of those things that had never happened before. Okay, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. V for Vendetta. Well, any Train Spotting would be a bit much. Oh yeah, you need to see all the Harry Potters. You have to see all of them. I actually didn't see the Harry Potter movies until I was with a girl that was super into Harry Potter. And they're actually... Like, the first two are a little but then it gets a lot better. So the one I remember Top Gun, which was hilarious. Because Top Gun, he shows up and plays volleyball in his jeans. And Minority Report. Like, Tom Cruise usually has good movies. I have a conflicted thing with Tom Cruise because of the whole Scientology thing. Oh, Gone Girl, I think, is pretty good. Just the girl goes away. Oh, yeah, the Transformers. Especially the original Transformer movie of 1984. That's one I wish I saw as a kid. That one is so badass. And also, I'm going to put the G.I. Joe movie on here too. But that one might not be relevant because you probably don't have the G.I. Joe thing like I did. Wow, Rocky is 214. Wow. The Terminator, 220. I haven't even seen the John Wick movies. Yeah, those, you need to see those too. The Matrix. How is The Matrix not on here? Oh yeah, Groundhog Day. I forgot to put that one on there. Okay, I hit the bottom. That was there you go. You got plenty of movies. Yes! I watched that again. I watched Starship Troopers again because of Helldivers. Great movie. Okay, hold on. I got the Gladiator on this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think we have given Nick enough culture. For now. This is a pretty good list. That's a lot of culture for you to take in. You'll be much more in tune with the world after all these. Let's see. It's kind of hard to count because some of them are like the MCU. That's kind of like a 72-hour marathon. Well, Nick, you're gonna finish the list, and then you'll need new things to watch. Then I'll give you a new list of things to watch. I mean, yeah, eventually you're going to watch all this. Yeah. It's actually only 50... So the list itself has 51. Yeah. Hold on. It has 51 items on it, but some items are more than one item. So we'll go with it's probably about 100 movies. Give or take. It's hard because the MCU is like so many movies. But it's a lot of different genres, so you can mix it all up, too. Like, it's not like I gave you 100 Westerns to watch. Oh, that's too big of a list. Hold on. Like, watching 100 Westerns would be a bit much. There's all different types of movies in the list. That did not paste well. Hold on. There. And if you're trying to choose a movie out of the list, you may read a synopsis for most of these. But try to just look it up and look at what the genre is and see if you're in the mood for that genre. So, for example, Back to the Future, that's a sci-fi movie. If you're not looking for a sci-fi movie to watch, maybe you're looking for something more realistic, okay, go watch Scarface. If you're not looking for something that's sci-fi or kind of realistic, maybe you're looking for a historical movie, you got like Forrest Gump on there. So there's a lot of options. Looking for a heist movie, you got Heat and you got LA Confidential. You got Reservoir Dogs. No, the total time of this is not more than 7 weeks. If each movie is 2 hours and there's 100 movies on the list, that's 200 hours of movies, right? You got 8 hours of free time a day, 200 hours worth of movies divided by 8. You're looking at, you should be able to complete this in 25 days. It's like a month's worth of movies. Yeah, that's why I rounded up to 100 movies. Because the MCU is like literally like up to Endgame is I think 18 movies, and that's about 36 hours of watch time. I think they actually used to when the new MC the not up to Endgame. If you only go up to Endgame, that's about 20 movies. Because it's after Endgame that it just went to insanity. So, like, Phase 1 of the MCU is 6 movies. Phase 2 is 6 movies. Phase 3 is 11 movies. And that includes Endgame. So you're looking at, like I said, 20-ish movies to get to Endgame. After Endgame is when it kind of like went bonkers, because you have the Black Widow, Shanghai, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Ant-Man Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine, which great movie, you should definitely watch that one, Captain America New World Order, Thunderbolts, and the last two I said aren't out yet. But that's not counting like WandaVision and the Loki series and all those things. Or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything like that. Which is a whole nother tons and tons of movies. That's why I said just for the start, get up to Endgame. Which is really, to me, the best part of the MCU was from Iron Man to Endgame. And that is... And that's like 22 movies, which I think is realistic. And all the TV series and all the extra stuff comes out after that, except for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I wouldn't say is mandatory viewing to understand and appreciate the MCU. And in fact, if you really want to get super nitpicky, you probably can drop the Incredible Hulk from the 2008 and probably the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. But I think the Homecoming movie was good. Like, I haven't seen the 2008 Incredible Hulk. Now, it wasn't, but it didn't really tie into the MCU. Like, you can't skip, like, Marvel's First Avengers, Captain America. I mean, you could maybe, but I mean, you kind of miss the backstory there. But it's once you get to the multiverse saga that it just gets insane. Absolutely bonkers insane. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, Nick, I'll do it just for you. I mean, you have summer coming up, right, Nick? What do you do in the summer? Like, the summer is only, 6 months away. What do you do in the summer? Yeah, this summer. The summer that's coming up in 2025. What are you doing in the summer? There'll be no school. Okay, but what about all the other weeks of summer? Like, don't you have a lot of free time in the summer? Because if that's all you're doing is going away for 2 weeks, this will get you through the summer. You just get your friends together, and you get to go to somebody's house, and you all sit there, and you're like, okay, today we're going to watch Back to the Future. And you all watch Back to the Future. Even better, Nick, is you can bring these movies to your teacher and explain to them that these movies have educational value and you should watch them in class. I watched Gladiator in class because it was important to know about ancient Rome. I watched Braveheart. Well, how are they going to learn with that attitude, Nick? I watched Braveheart in class, and plus you get subtitles. And that was an important historical event. I watched Back to the Future more times than you could count at school because the teachers just got tired of teaching. You can tell them you can watch Rocky IV to learn about the Cold War. Shawshank Redemption to learn about how prisoners should be treated in the prison system. Some of these movies don't really teach a lot of stuff. Well, you can watch the Terminator movies to learn about AI. So there's 2 movies right there. 7 to learn about criminals. Interview with a Vampire to learn about history. Defense percent. Scarface to learn about criminals. So, same with Reservoir Dogs, technically. And Heat. Yeah, Wall-E about saving our environment. Godfather also to learn about criminal organizations. You don't get more in-depth analysis about how criminal organizations work than the Godfather movie. Oppenheimer to learn about the atom bomb. Jurassic Park to learn about dinosaurs. Yeah, well, vampires are a bitch. But yeah, I actually need to go get dinner, guys. So I'm going to go get dinner. I got to go. No, that's from the Godfather movie. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. No, Forrest Gump is to learn about history. Because Forrest Gump is an excellent history movie about modern history. What, Nick? And shrimping. You learn all about shrimping. You learn about shrimping. You learn about the Vietnam War. You learn about, I think JFK was in the movie. You learn about, like, so much recent history up until 1990. Yeah, how important it is to exercise. When I was going somewhere, I was running. And ping pong, yeah. And ping pong diplomacy. So there's a rich historical fabric for you to learn from. What's the nuke event go to? Because the second rank is only 250. What's the third rank? Well, we've given him so much to learn from, Colin, that we need to let this soak in first. Yeah, Home Alone, the Christmas movie. The other Christmas movie. $2,000. Oh, but before I get distracted, I need to go get food, guys, before the store closes. Otherwise, I'm going to go be hungry tonight. So, once again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Oh, good. He's already seen all the Home Alones. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great night. We'll have to go find Maria next time. She abandoned us. What is it, Christian? You got one question. We're on our way out. I'm still here. 4. Alright, goodbye everybody. Yeah, I'll post the list on the community tab.